Hello, friends. It's that Dan Driscoll again, and I have something. Let's not get that too far away. I'm going to need the sketchbook. Have something interesting for all of us. Well, for me, anyways. A box. A box with something in it. Now, I've been drawing, probably like many of you who are also drawers, artists, for as long as I can remember. I don't know why, but when you're little, you're given paper and a crayon or a pencil, and in a restaurant, they give you free crayons. So, yeah, always been drawing. I don't know, just never growing up made me decide I could be an artist of some sort. And so here I am. As you can see from gold spot pens, it's a clue. Yeah, I've been doing these videos for a little while now, and I watch a lot of art on YouTube, and this really kind of started with the Chance-tober. I think I've said that before, and what started me on this path was just wanting some sort of accountability. Thank you for your purchase. And I figured if I could do a whole video every day, is there anything else in here? Ooh. A shiny sticker. But yeah, doing a video every day for a month, I thought, why not do more videos? And I'm sure most of you who are with me here also watch other artist YouTube videos. And one of my favorites is Peter Draws. And his art's great. His I think sense of comedy and his ability to ramble and make a lot of sense with what he says is something I appreciate quite a bit. And so he's definitely, someone who I would consider an inspiration. So when a couple of days ago he announced he was making he had partnered up with Narwhal to make his own fountain pen, I was very excited. And I called my wife and I said, hey, I'd like to make a purchase for a pen. And she said, can it wait till Friday? And I said, no. And she said, fine, go ahead and buy it. And so I bought it. And within, I think, a few hours, he sold out of the Peter Draws Peter pen from Narwhal. And I got it today. He's already made a video about it, so I mean, I'm sure he knows more about his own pen than I do. But I'm pretty excited. Now, he said they're all different. The end cap counterclockwise until you feel the resistance. But, you know, I'm glad I was able to support him. Wow, it is really pretty. In this small way. I actually have bought one of his comic books as well. On Amazon, and that was really good too. So highly recommend. His comic books, and I mean, I would recommend you get the pen, but like I said, it's sold out very quickly. Maybe they'll make more. So let's look at that. So that's the Peter pen. This is one of my favorite pens. It's the Moon. It's a Moon Man. And one of my other favorite pens. I have a couple. All my pens are my children. This pen, which I actually have two of, which there's also a review of this coming up, or it's out now, and it's there somewhere. There's the Lamy, and my other favorite pen is this, the Noodler. The Noodler Triple Tail. So that's kind of what I'm going to be comparing it to. I mean, yeah. Those are just a couple pens that I had laying next to me. But one of the things I already like about this pen, I mean, I don't have a pen quite like this, is that the piston is inside of it, and it can clearly hold a lot of ink. In honor of this being a Peter pen, it doesn't smell. Doing a smell test, he likes to smell his pens. I don't smell anything. Which, if you ever get a Noodler's pen, it sometimes I don't know if it's psychological, but sometimes I can still smell it. But yeah, so this is the pen. I do really enjoy the ghostly. There is some real depth. The black is not really. It's infused into the resin. Oh, it's really nice. Now I have quite a few inks. I've got the carbon ink, which is a favorite of every, that's a really good one. I got this green black ink. But as I look at this, I don't know. I wonder. It can hold a lot of ink. I don't know. I don't know if I want to fill it all the way up right away. It's interesting that. I mean, it has to. You have to have some sort of seal here. It has to separate a little as it plunges down, and then it reseals. So we'll see. Actually, I have other ink. No, you know what? I'm going to go with the carbon. Get my paper towels ready. I don't think I'm going to fill it all the way up, just in case I want to use another ink. I mean, it's easy enough to clean this out and put more ink and add and subtract ink. I don't know what I'm concerned about, but it's also just really nice looking at seeing the ink in there. But it is a shame that it sold out. I mean, I'm happy for him, and I'm glad I got one. But the weight is really nice. I mean, it's definitely lighter than a pen made out of porcelain. But yeah, I like heavier pens. Of course, now the question is what to draw. Just a little interjection. I knew what to draw, but so often it's getting your brain into a gear where you can actually put the pen on paper and start drawing. I haven't made a mark yet. Who knows what this even... All right, let's find out. This is the Peter Draws Peter pen. There's really only one choice of what to draw first. And so that's a big task. And it was a weird start. Definitely, this is a weird opening right here. And we just have to see where it takes us. And the big takeaway in the first few minutes of the drawing is I should look up reference of what it looks like when eyeballs are coming out of eye sockets. No, I don't need that. Well, maybe I do. But yeah, enjoy the rest of the drawing. Yikes. I usually like to, I think other people, you've seen my, wow. I tend to try to do a lot of I mean, the proportions are all off. I tend not to, I try not to draw just straight up, like, I mean, it is what it's. I guess I like to plan a little bit more. But yeah, maybe this is a sketch. Maybe I mean, let's not be too negative yet. Let's get done with the drawing first. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's not the pen's fault, that's for sure. It's really buttery. It's really smooth. At this point, I stop talking and I just draw. It looks pretty dire. I was having a real rough time. I think I said earlier, I do like to sketch things out. One of the things that I'm always so impressed with when I watch Peter Draws on YouTube is how he just starts going, and I'm assuming he reaches that flow state that we talk about. I also get the impression he's drawing for hours, and you also see in some of his more recent videos, he flips through a few pages before he gets to one where he's actually drawing for the drawing. And you realize, and it, of course, he's an amazing artist, but he's still only human. I'm assuming. Peter, if you're watching this, please in the comments let me know if you are human or not. But that's the funny thing when you watch YouTube videos is you have no idea how much work goes in before or after. The magic behind the drawing, behind the video. And this is a drawing where I did have some photo reference and didn't sketch anything out, didn't try to plan anything else aside from that, and it kind of shows. And then you just have to keep going and keep going until the page is full, and then hopefully there's enough stuff that it looks okay and is passable. But this pen is really nice. I'm glad I was able to get my hands on one. Like I said, I hope they get more. But I suppose that's the thing with limited editions. And I've only done one drawing with it. I'll do more. It's tough to do a thorough review of anything when you just use it once, even if it is for many hours straight. But yeah, it's nice. I've enjoyed it. I will continue to use it. It does remind me of the. It definitely reminds me of the Moon Man and the Noodlers fountain pens that I also have, with a little less flexibility. And I do love that the converter is built into it. That's the thing that bugs me with some pens is you can spend $30 or $40 on a pen, a nice pen like a Lamy or something like that, and then you want to spend another $8 to $10 on a converter. I'm not the biggest fan of the cartridges that come with the fountain pens. Just, and you don't feel like you don't want to waste it, because then you're wasting ink and plastic. But I do like converters just because there's not really any waste involved. You use it over and over and over again. So yeah, I'm a big fan of the converters, and to have this just built in is awesome. At this point, it's getting pretty late in the evening. And I'm getting nervous about where this is going and how it's going to work. And I definitely need to take a break. And that happens right now. So, good morning. Looking at it, being able to sleep on it, it's doing better than I had assumed or had thought it was. And I feel like I have a pretty good strategy for finishing it up. See here, I love the pen, but I'm not. I have things to do, so I do switch over to this brush pen just to help fill in some of the dark spots. And I also think that once I add in some of these darker spots, it'll be easier to add detail to the parts I don't just cut away. Sometimes having too much work area, too many choices, too many options, too much freedom can hinder progress. No political statement. Bite-sized problems to deal with. Instead of having all this that is just kind of an open space, I'm able to break it up into manageable pieces and fill in what I need to fill in using different hatchings and different line work. Maybe if I would have pre-planned some of this stuff, if I would have thought about the drawing before I started drawing, I wouldn't have worked myself into this weird corner where I didn't know what to do and had to carve away chunks and add all this black to, take away options and just try to figure out what I was going to do. I do feel like I painted myself kind of into a corner right here, and just putting down the darkness on this side of his face just helped um, get me out of that corner. And then it just gets to be a lot of weird design, busy work stuff that the function is just to add some detail and just fill in the space. But this is I like the drawing. I think it turned out all right. I think it's a sketchbook, and you're supposed to try things out, and you're supposed to take chances. And I need to personally work with some agency. I need to claim some of that. I need to be able to the story, tell the story, and not let the mistakes dictate where things go. I need to be able to get in there and once you have a plan, once you have an outline, once you have something thought out, then you can let it guide you. This was just kind of free form and fix the mistakes as they came. Which isn't a bad thing necessarily. Neither way of working is good, or one's not better than the other. It depends on your intention. Trying to put too much thought into it, that doesn't even sound right. Trying to draw just shooting from the hip. That's what I felt like this drawing needed, or this pen needed. The way it as an homage to its namesake creator. And the more this drawing went on, the easier it did get. This pen and the ink, the black carbon ink, it just worked so well. And I do look forward to putting other inks in it, trying it out with different colors, and it just worked. I have no complaints. Probably my one complaint is not everyone got a chance to get one. So, hey Peter, make more pens. This is a dream, and I look forward to using it for the next 10-20 years. And yeah, I'm just about done. I'm just filling in the edges a little bit, trying to frame up some of the edge of the paper, some last second additions. I feel like this piece can't have enough lines. But I hope you guys liked it. Please subscribe and like all that stuff. It really ends up making me feel good about myself. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.